What up, friends? How are you doing? So I look like a shitsicle sandwich. Okay, the last couple times I've gone live, I've been going through this purging stage right now, in my life. Okay, and so when I would take a break, I would go live really quick for like 5 minutes, and I look like a shitsicle sandwich. So those ended up being deleted. Okay, so I put on a little makeup right now, so I don't scare y'all. Okay. I wanted to talk a little something. Happy Friday. Did you think I was gonna go live without telling you Happy Friday? And I do have a bone to pick with you because I'm about to delete that other video I did earlier about picking a bone with you guys. Okay. Why, you guys that were here last year, why did you allow me to paint my vanity this annoying bubblegum pink? Why? Nobody stopped me. You just let me do it. So of course I'm gonna paint it. Not right now, but it's on the to do list. Okay. So right now I'm just going through like a purging stage where I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff again. Um, yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Like I just want to get rid of things that I don't need anymore, and that's what I'm doing. Okay. So I'm actually finishing up for the night, and I'm gonna go to bed because I do work in the morning early. I'm gonna take advantage of. Oh, I'm unsupervised right now, okay? My son is gone for the weekend. And I know what you're thinking. Why are you home? Because this is where I belong. Because I work in the morning, and where am I going to go and with who, you know? So here I am. And it was kind of like a last minute trip my son is taking. So, yeah, so he's going to have fun for the weekend, and I'm happy for him. But I'm going to work tomorrow and Sunday, depending how many hours I work tomorrow. I may not work Sunday, but we'll see. The goal is to work Sunday because the pay period ends on Sunday. So that's the plan. Happy Friday. How was your week? We made it to the weekend. This week was a doozy, wasn't it? Um, my mind, like, the growth never stops, you know. I'm still trucking along on my little journey here. And I wanted to talk a couple things about Miss Livy Pooh. Yes, about her. Um, I was taking notes because of when I came back to do videos, I was going to bring up these talking points. But it just hurts me, like, not like in a weird way, but it hurts, like, it bothers me the way she's spreading this false news on manifesting and being blessed. And although she might think she's blessed, maybe she is, but I can tell you how to manifest, okay? And that's just something she says for people, you know, like when she's over there talking about deceased people and babies being ugly and deceased children, you know, that's the real Liv, I believe. But then she flips it around and starts talking about how, you know, starts talking about God. It's only when it's convenient to her, when she's trying to win back points with her people. But she's just an ugly spirited person. It's like all over her face. Her aura is just dark. Okay. And the face you're resting, you know how they say the resting bitch face? The face that you make when you're, you know, not doing anything, like just resting or whatever, or just, you know, looking around. This is hers. Like she does something like that where her eyes are like really small and her mouth is like, that's her resting face. Okay. And that's not somebody who has clarity. That's not somebody who feels who has cleared her karma. That's not somebody who feels remorse for things that she has done. That is a guilty ass person, if you ask me, just in my opinion. The way manifestation works is with all of the false things she has said on the internet for the coin. she never really went back to her people when she got that GoFundMe together for hiring an attorney that never got hired. I never explained herself. She doesn't really hold herself accountable. Number one is holding yourself accountable, realizing your wrongs and making them right, apologizing to the people that you apologize to, and changed behavior. Okay. She was real mean to her people. I put a video up on, it's part one, on Liv's Lies thus far. I've only done one, but another one's coming up. And the way she talks to her supporters, the people that support, not us, not, the naysayers, but the people that support her and her mom. In the video where she is eating macaroni and cheese for like the whole 2 hours, and her mom says, "Yes, let me get," she was trying to get the baby out of the room. The tone, the way she speaks to her mother, who is basically the help, she gave her an attitude like, "No, that's my food. It's not his or whatever." Like, this is a 32-year-old woman talking to her mother who is taking care of her son while she's on a live stream. Like, this is the way she talks to her. So yeah, that right there, just her tone, the way she talks to her people, she keeps unmodding her people because she's paranoid. She doesn't know who the mole is. I'm not gonna tell. But she doesn't know who it is, so she's like taking it out on everybody. Okay, me myself, the healed person. If somebody, we all know everybody turned on me. Everybody turned on me. Everybody was talking shit about me. What did I do in that instance? I wasn't paranoid. I just cut everybody off. I just went on about my business and started working on myself because I didn't have anything to hide. I knew everything that they were saying was a lie. It was. Everything was. Everything was exaggerated, okay? And it was hurtful to me. It is hurtful when people turn around that you trust and confide in, and they just lie on you. It is hurtful because in my case, it wasn't true. Her case is true. So for that, that's why she is the way she is feeling, and she's paranoid right now, okay? But the way she treats her people that support her. The way she was on karaoke all online, all on live in the middle of the night, screaming into the microphone, while she's a guest at somebody's home. Like, this is the this is who she is. That's not a healed or a changed person. You would see the changed behavior. And you can't manifest anything if you haven't cleared it, if you haven't held yourself accountable. You can't start reaping the rewards of manifestations of rewards from God when you can't even admit that you're a fucking liar. That's not how it works. You know what I mean? And the fact that she's telling people, that, "Oh, thanks, this, thank you, God," which, yes, our Lord is, yes, yes. But she's lying. She's just saying that because it sounds good, not because she believes it. No, it's because it sounds good and it makes her sound holy, you know? But when she's speaking on deceased people and calling certain people's children ugly, and what type of person says that? And she never even apologized, mind you. When she was trying to explain herself for that, she was like, "Well, I was backed in a corner," or something. Like, a healed person would know to ignore all of us. I mean, just saying. I'm just saying. So I wrote some notes, okay? Um, where shall I begin? There's just a couple. It's nothing crazy. Nothing crazy at all. So I'm in the middle of like cleaning and getting rid of a whole bunch of stuff that I don't need. And I started getting tired and I'm like, let me just say a little good night to our peoples, okay? All right. So, oh yeah, I wrote, "Why did y'all let me paint my vanity?" How dare y'all like let me do that? Y'all just sat there and let me do it. Like, y'all didn't even say like, "Hey, why don't you paint it a darker color?" You just let me. Okay. My gift in life, I have learned, this is just a little something about myself, is that I'm really good at talking to people. I'm really good at communication, which is crazy because I was a person that took forever to talk. I took forever to tell people what I was thinking, like I was afraid most of my life to even talk. And then I was afraid to like ruffle any feathers, and like now I don't care. I really don't care. And I think I've said that like many times before. Um, so what she has to do basically, oh, and all of those side like comments that she makes about Gerard, like she wouldn't care. She would wish him well. Even if she still loves him. If you love somebody still and they don't want anything to do with you or they've moved on or whatever, you still love that person. Like that's like a really healed person though. Like you love somebody so much to let them go and be happy somewhere. And she would see that them together were not, they were not, like they were just always combative, and he was even trying to help her. Like afterwards, do you remember when she was saying like, oh, he's trying to tell me who to be friends with? Well then, I mean, look what ended up happening. She ended up getting pregnant again. Like it's for your own good. um and and things will happen. We're not all good. Like we're all here to learn lessons, okay? And it's what we do with the lessons, and that's where our life takes us, right? And if she's going to continue to be ugly and mean and just like she did all of that calling people out and stuff like that, it was just for money. It was just for financial gain. That's all it was, and that's her problem. And also the way manifestations works as well is I keep on skipping back and forth because I haven't talked to you in a while. Is you have to put in effort. Getting up, going live, and trolling people on the internet. That's not putting 100% effort. That's taking the easy way out on how to make her money. It has to be an honest living. If at least if she was up here, she'd be teaching something. But she just is just so lost and broken, but she won't admit it. She has to deal with all of that trauma. You can look at her and see that she's traumatized. Maybe she's seen some things growing up or whatever. I mean, haven't we all? What are you going to do with that? You're just going to continue to be an ugly, mean person? Like, just like, I feel really bad for those kids because I'm like wondering, like, okay, so they're like locked in the house with her, like just laying around, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure she's going to do videos where they're like having fun and stuff like that. But for the most part, I just see her just scrolling through TikTok or something, you know what I mean? And she did do a video where she's like, she did like buying, her furniture and stuff like that, which I'm a big recycler. I'm not the type that would be like, oh my God, you got anything from the thrift store. Do what you got to do, okay? And I doubt they would allow her to have her children in an empty house. You know what I mean? She has to have something for the kids. So that's good that she did that. But if I remember correctly, she was saying that there was a chance that she was going to get a penthouse. Remember? She didn't know if she was going to get a penthouse or if she was just get like a basic ass apartment. Looks like she chose the basic ass apartment, okay? But what happened to the penthouse money? Couldn't you use the penthouse money to fill up the house? You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just sometimes things that she says it just doesn't make any sense now, does it? But she says these things and forgets all about it. Like, what happened to the penthouse? I remember when she was in her car and she said, "What if this isn't even my car? I just bought a brand new car off the lot. Where's the brand new car that's right off the lot?" The box was apparently the vlogging vehicle. She says all of these things, and it's like, why do you keep lying? Nobody believes you. Like nobody believes at all anything. So there's that. Also, yeah. She just needs to stop lying. Didn't I tell her months ago, step one on changing her life around? Stop lying. That's it. Just stop lying, you know? Start telling the truth. Hold yourself accountable for the things you've done, and you can really turn your life and your channel around. But don't forget all these people you were talking about lately, talking about them and calling them people that you basically, I tell you to jump and you say how high. I keep hearing jump bitch, jump bitch. She did all of that for money. But are we surprised because look what she did? It's basically what she did to reverse her life. You know what I mean? Everything's like in reverse. But she still can't see it. She's still adamant to say that life is great. Like there's nothing wrong. And nobody's asking her to get online and say, "Oh, I really fucked up. I had everything," and nobody wants that. Nobody does. But this woman is so far lost that I feel she's never gonna change ever. And the whole part of being on a spiritual journey is to grow and to learn and to, and she has this huge platform. She can be using it to spread the word. You know what I mean? And she can't even do it, like she can't even fake it. Like her face, her mask falls off all the time. When she goes on these rampages and she's like out of character, but I think it's her real character. That's the real person. Like whenever you're dealing with somebody who's being fake, right? Whenever you're like, should I still talk to this person? Should I still have this person in my life? Then they switch up real quick and they remind you why you question it, right? But then they love bomb you or whatever, like how she love bombs her people, like, oh hi, oh really, oh yeah, her over, when she's live with her people, she doesn't give a fuck about those people. The way she talks to them, the way she blocks them, she removes them, she does all this. To these are the people that support her, and the tone with her mother. But then she'll switch up and she'll be like, oh, and she'll sweet talk them. She'll love bomb. My nose is like super itchy for some reason. Love bombs them, and then they forget, right? And then she'll like snap, and then she's in her mood that she's whatever, because she just can't. She can't even fake it. She does not even have the ability to fake it. That is her real face. And that is what she needs to change. But she is so far gone and so far enabled. She's pretty much a lost cause. But if I were her, I wouldn't give up if that's what she really wants. But then again, why would she want when everybody makes it so easy for her just to, they pacify her all the time? She's so convinced that she's like an independent woman and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like looking at her like, bitch, I'm on day 7. I'm gonna be on day 7 of working tomorrow. The fuck are you talking about? Independent, self sufficient. Like she can't even get up and make videos. Like that's what she has to do is just sit there and go live, make videos or whatever. She's on how many different platforms? And that afforded her Memorial Day sale at the thrift store. But this woman said she had the choice of a penthouse or, a basic apartment. Nothing ever makes sense, as she says. Nothing. And it's really sad to watch because you never want to see anybody go down like that. But when somebody's, the devil will trick you and let you believe that what you're doing is right, right? Like she thinks she's, fooling people. So the devil has convinced her, or I'll say negative energy. I don't want to say the devil or anything like that, but Some dark energy is convincing her that what she is doing is right. So she believes it's right. They will convince you and trick you and until this happens, until you lose everything. And she is still adamant that she's on top and she's that bitch. She is crazy. Like, I always think like how I always think like Gerard, like, was he once like her or what? Like, how did that happen? Like, I know he used to lie for her and stuff like that, but she is just such an ugly person. Like, her spirit, her aura, like, everything about her just looks so negative. Like, wouldn't be able to stand to be near her, to be honest with you. Like, she seems like one of those Debbie Downer friends. Like, something's always up, you know? Something's always like a catastrophe. Something's always like up, you know? Like, no, like she can never say, I'm having a great day. Like, I don't think you'll ever hear that from her. You know what I mean? Now she'll probably say it because I'm saying it. She likes to say things that people are saying and then say it sarcastically. And then her little hyenas are there, like, LOL. And the, have you noticed that? Anyway, but I did notice some paranoia at the airport. I think it's funny how she had her whole laptop open on live. She was in a corner and she's like, if anybody, it's because if she has her phone, imagine someone comes up to her and knocks the fuck out of her. The phone's gonna go flying, right? No, so she sets up. This is my conspiracy theory, okay? So she sets up her laptop. So if shit goes down, it's going to record everything and she has evidence. I strongly believe Stella was in the corner somewhere with a walkie talkie. And her sister Raquel was probably there too. I think, in my opinion, that she was a bit paranoid because she was like she wasn't getting, she didn't want to get up to go eat. And you know, she loves to eat. Like, she did not want to get up to go get anything to eat. Like, oh my gosh. But she was saying, I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. Like, you really think, you really think somebody was going to go? She really thinks somebody's going to actually go. I shouldn't be laughing, but she looks so scared. Like, you really think somebody's going to go and confront you and take a picture? Like, think about it. You really think somebody's going to actually do that? Like, live. Just listen to how you are a compulsive liar. You don't believe everything you see on the. She was like all in a corner, like, and then she was trying not to say where she was at, and then the announcer. I swear, like, God will. The announcer's like talking about she's at the airport, like, and that's when her face and her mood kind of changed. I'm like, oh Lord, but he's just waiting, just recording the whole time, just in case something goes down. Oh my gosh. I wonder, did she really have her sister and her mom there? That would be so fucking hilarious. But she was a bit paranoid there. I did see that, but she did that to herself. Whether or not somebody's actually gonna go, I don't know. But, but she looks scared. And she's all and then the internet wasn't working. She was still recording. She was still fucking recording. She's like, you ain't gonna catch me slipping. Anyway, enough about that. Basically, the secret to life, okay, in my opinion, was the quote that I read the other day. And I'm going to read it again, just in case you weren't here. Because I do have new subscribers. Hey, Fran. Fran is now subscribed to my channel. Love, Lice, and Lace Friends. How you doing? Okay. Live life as if it was the last. Chase after your goals, not after no ass. Okay. Be kind, be humble, or you'll be humbled. Stop overthinking and pursue God. And that's it. That's all you gotta do. And that's really it. Everything else, I'm convinced, will fall into place, and you can't tell me nothing else. Okay, that's what I believe, and if you believe it, that's what's gonna happen. If you overthink yourself into talking yourself out of stuff, you just fucked it up for yourself because you're manifesting it to fail. So don't think like that. Think positive. Believe in yourself. Okay. Hold yourself accountable. Okay. No matter how many people it's gonna hurt. Yeah, people may see her a certain way because she said way too many lies, and I feel she feels that her career will be over. But if you kind of look at the way it is now, what do you have to lose? Later on, if these things come up, like with the beauty gurus, they do admit when they're wrong and they take the accountability. So later on, when it comes up again, they're like, well, they did admit that they lied and yada yada yada, so they have that going for them, you know. As long as she admits that she lied and what she lied about, and that she is not going to be like that anymore, she can change, but she just doesn't want to. You can't force people to change. You got to do it on your own, right? You when you're ready, when she's ready, it'll happen if she wants that. But like I said, she's enabled and pacified, so it's probably not going to happen. Anyways, I'm gonna let y'all go, and y'all have a good Friday, and I'll see you later. See y'all tomorrow. Bye bye. Oh, one last thing. It is hot as heck out there, okay? And I went outside to go lock my doors, okay? And oh my gosh, I was like, and I just picked up some stuff I had in my back seat. It was so freaking hot, and I was like, oh. So I went to go wash my car really quick. Well, let me tell you what I did today. Went to work. I got out, went to go pick up my son. We went to go pick up um, my son's other parent from somewhere, which I cannot say. And then we went to eat. And then my son left me for the weekend. So I'm actually unsupervised right now, okay? And I miss him so much. I want him to come back. But we're going to let him live, okay? Anyways, that's pretty much it. And I just been here, straighten up, listening to the BS, okay? And I have a feeling SHIT is going to be popping off this weekend. That's all you can hear from me. Wink, wink. All right, I'll let y'all go now. Bye bye.